Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindicu77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 115 today for the Pontiac Excitement 400 for our final season here at Richmond International Raceway. In the last episode, I was quite surprised at where we actually finished. Usually, you giving our track record at Auto Club, it's really not that great. But we head to Richmond, though, after a surprising race we had here. We're actually now to 11th in points. We're still 11th in points. We're 20 points behind Kurt Busch in the top 10. Meanwhile, Jeff Burton is retaking the points lead. Of course, it just seems to be like a revolving door of being who wants to lead the points this season. Literally, the top five are in a dogfight to see who's going to go ahead and win this championship here between these five drivers. It's crazy, actually, how it's been happening. Yeah, that's all there really is to say about that anyway. In terms of the car performance, well, we know Richmond is pretty much one of the more easier tracks in the schedule, so that's why I decided to keep what we have now. And I did some looking, actually, at the status quo for our engines and all that stuff, actually. I want you to take a look for a second. We actually used, I believe, this engine here the last time, the one that's on the very top. It really didn't do anything much for it all, so I'm very glad about the one thing I see there is the durability stat. It's exactly very helpful, I would say. As far as the chassis work as well, when I go take a look at our inventory as well, it really didn't do anything. Performance-wise, like performance degradation, being the 98 condition that we have, or 98 durability set we have, like, it's very helpful. Very good knowledge to know that we can actually use these chassis and engines for a pretty long time before we have like any need to any like overhauls or repairs or anything like that. It's good to have that knowledge or anything. I would say that we could actually use these for a long time without any worries. So Hakuna Matata. That's very good there. Yeah, enough of that, about that, though. We're going to head into Richmond, and I hate to say it, it's really hard to make this race not to win, but hey, who knows? Maybe a caution or something like that could really mess things up with our race here today. Let's see if we can go ahead and win yet another race here at Richmond International Raceway. As we know before, since we completely eviscerated this track many times before, we'll start with the default setup, of course, making sure we set the manual transmission, and that's about it. Anyway, guys, let's begin the race today at Richmond.
Welcome to Richmond, Virginia, the site of the action for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, here on MRN. Richmond offers a little something for everyone, doesn't it, Barney?
Richmond is a great racetrack. It's always fun to come here. We should see some close racing, so anything can happen here.
Greg Biffle really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else. Yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
The 88 car has had some bad luck the last two races.
Oh, he definitely wants to turn things around starting now. His whole crew seems determined to pull out of this slump. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off at least the top 15.
The 56 car is having some trouble in the points this year.
And, of course, nobody wants to be on the bottom of that points list. He'll have to work extra hard to pick up spots. Not an easy task to dig yourself out of a hole in this series.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I guess there really was a little bit of a blemish after all with the Adam Petty paint scheme. Oh well. You saw a little minor error there. But anyway, we got Jeff Green and Kevin Harvick leading off the grids here today, and of course, for us starting in our traditional P43, of course, making sure we don't pass before the inside before the start finish lines. We're going to be able to time our gear shifting a little bit more precise here, and now we're free reign to do whatever we want. Of course, when it comes to like Richmond, we have another ace up our sleeve as we give Tony Roper a bit of a shot. We're actually going to be downshifting every corner because this default setup is tight, and this corner exit speed is absolutely horrible. So that's why you're going to see me downshift every corner here. You know, maybe until we get our first pit stop going in anyway. We have still a bit of a long ways to go. We also, another advantageous to the player is we can actually brake a lot deeper and going into one compared to the AI. So you're going to see me do it once more after this corner here before I just run over Steve Park here in front of me. And Jeff Burton also appears to be not really having some good qualifying runs in these short tracks, but we're going to be able to take advantage of anything that we can. Go with 3 wide and into turn 1. As I said before, pretty advantageous to be a player in that anyway. There's a little bit of rubbing going on behind us right there as we're going to continue our march through the field. Mayfield and Benson are up there too, but as well as Kurt Busch, we're actually competing against it in the points position that we're in right now in that Monster Energy Pontiac. Boy, a lot of tight squeeze in there as we're doing more 3-wide scenarios. They're running at the chip. I gotta be careful about that. Make sure we don't blow a motor like we did that one race. Yeah, let's not do that again. I'm still having nightmares of that one race in Thunder 04 as well at Michigan that one time, where we just completely blew the engine. We also had that problem, I think, at Talladega, I think, as well, the one season. I'm not sure what it was in this game, in this playthrough, actually. Stewart's having a little bit of he's getting himself railroaded on the outside. It's already only lap 5, and we're already nearly towards the middle of the pack. As I said before, this is one of those reasons why it's kind of difficult to I wouldn't say difficult to like lose this race as we give Lyndon Amick, I guess, a bit of the brotherly shove there. Welcome, I'd say welcome to the time here. Yeah, it's more about this track is kind of one of the more easier tracks, but you know, I could still find a way to lose this race. I think I did in Thunder 04. I think I lost a race somehow after being dominant all race long. I'm not so sure. But either way, usually this track is just very easy towards the player. It doesn't even matter which version of the game you're playing. It doesn't matter if you're playing Thunder 02, Thunder 03, or Thunder 04. It's just for some reason, this track just seems to be, for me anyway, pretty easy. As we're about to be 3 wide with Jimmy Johnson as well. He's stuck on the very outside. There's Mike Borkowski there for Junior Johnson. Okay, we're going to be able to go 2 wide here now with Casey Atwood also in that tied 4. That tied ride is what he signed with for this season. Give him a little bit of a nudge as well. They get a little bit of short track action there. We're going to be making our way into the top 10 this time. We got Adam Petty as well in that 88 car, having a good run so far in that Sprint 4 that I painted. I guess butchered slash, well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I think I say I butchered the paint scheme anyway on the right side. I thought it was good. I thought I made sure it looked perfectly fine. I guess I had a little bit of a blemish there, so I hope you all pardon me for that anyway. But yeah, we're up now in the P9 there. We got to make a couple of more passes there. We have Adam Petty's teammate in the 28, Bobby Hamilton Jr. as well, running a really solid start to this race. Tim Fedewa as well, running in that P5 spot right up there. We're gonna hopefully try to get around them before I cut this off again. Jeff Green, I think, is just completely gone right now. It's kind of like the whole same thing with Bristol all over again, where he had a great lead, and Harvick's running, I think, in second right up there as well. As we're like, ooh, trying to be a better entry, I should say, while just trying to hopefully slide the rear tire to make this thing rotate a little bit more. We are allowed to adjust the car, though, by the way. We are allowed to adjust the car. It's just we have to wait till the first pit stop to actually do so. So you can see here, we're actually now up to P6, and hopefully just trying to catch up to, yeah, we're about 8 seconds behind, but that, of course, that might entail because of the traffic up ahead as well. Let's see how Jeff Green can fare through the traffic this time. A quarter of the race down, we're still trying to catch up to Keller. We pulled away from everybody else that's behind us. We're kind of in no man's land. There's really nothing really going on right now, except Jeff Green's caught up to the lap traffic that's up ahead. Yeah, this car, obviously the default setups are pretty bad in this game for the most part. They're pretty bad. This is no exception. It's really tight. And even, I mean, we're still like running in 5th, you know, against a top level guy. We're actually catching up only because of the traffic that's in front of Jeff Green right now. We're trying to catch up to Keller, and I think that's Harvick in P3. Oh, I almost lost it there. Jeff Gordon just took second away, so he's trying to set his sights for Jeff Green, trying to show who's the better Jeff out of all this. Speaking of Burton, I'm not sure if he's ever going to get around that big pile of traffic that's up there either. Still a long ways to go for this race. We're just slowly catching up to Keller in that 55 machine. The suspected and feared for Jeff Green anyway. He can't get around the lap cars, even though he's miles faster than them. He is absolutely just being held up by them. I get it. It's EA NASCAR. It's early thousands. The AI are not exactly very smart on getting around like lap traffic anyway. Blue flags aren't a thing either. And Harvick's trying to dive down inside of Jeff Gordon, trying to take second away. Could he actually do it though? That's the thing. He's gonna try to retake second away. As we're gonna try to finally make a pass on Jason Keller on the inside. Hopefully no contact like it was at Texas, where we kind of threw it in there and it didn't really stick. But we had a little bit of a loosey-goosey off a turn 2 there, so we're gonna have to go try again in turn 4. We're gonna finally make the pass there for the 4th spot. Harvick is trying to retake second away. He's using Justin Labonte as a pick, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same exact thing with Kevin Harvick. We might even go 3 wide here, actually, because we're gonna have a run here. We're gonna dive it down the inside this last time. We're gonna go 3 wide for the second spot with a lap traffic there. We might even go for the lead here, actually. Why the heck not? We're gonna use Hermie Sadler as a pick. He's gonna try to go around the outside. That is a very bold claim. And we're going to take the lead on the outside. No, he's still there. It's still 3 wide. He's still, we have to lift. And I think we kind of just pushed Jeff Green into the wall. And Harvick's trying to take the second spot away now from Green. We kind of compromised Jeff Green's line there. And it's going to end up costing him a little bit more. Harvick's trying to take second away as we're going to continue to run away with it. Our pit window cannot come soon enough. I'm probably going to run this thing until it dries, just in case of any, like, shenanigan cautions, I should say, should occur. Hopefully it doesn't happen when we come down pit road. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the leaders are definitely having a bit of a struggle bus trying to get around all those guys. Jeff Green, I just happened to see it take second back away from Harvick. But man, he is just stuck. They're all just going to be stuck in there. Jeff Burton's already going down pit road. He said, "This, I need some clean air somewhere, anywhere, trying to gain some spots." Anything to try to get a glimmer of that, because he's right now officially a lap down. Yeah, hard to say this early on. He is already a lap down. Kurt Busch is just somehow back here as well. He's also going to be falling a lap down too. We're competing against him at the points. Lyndon Amix now coming down the pits. We're just fighting along. No, this is not a race. I don't know what you're talking about. This is going to be a slaughter fest. the way this race is going to be going. Usually at Richmond anyway. Yeah, our right rear is getting worn. I'm actually trying to wait till at least lap 50 to come down pit road. I really am tempted to just come down now, but I gotta, make sure we're able to make it to the end of the race, because remember, we had just stayed in 4th. We've shifted down each and every corner, so that RPM is gonna go spiking up pretty high. And we kind of need to make sure we last until at least that point forward. We definitely will. That's not the point, but I might be. I don't know if I should be even being more aggressive. Probably not, because I'm already leading and probably just like pulling away from everybody else. So I should probably come down pit road. I guess when it's dry, because I literally have nothing to really lose there. I'm not gonna lose that much time if I just stay out here. I see Tony Stewart just going down pit road as well. I think I might have been Jimmy Johnson there as well. I see a whole lot of people come on down. Yeah. I kind of want to make sure I don't lose that much time, like, in the pits, because usually the AI car going down pit lane that you can't control can really get stuck in there sometimes. So I have to be wary about that, especially towards, like, our pit stall that's, like, right down there, because it's usually towards the very end. So I'm going to try to wait, I guess maybe, like, another lap or so before we actually come back down again. All right, we're coming in. We're coming in this time. Okay, so obviously turn this all the way down like so. Now we're really set. We're dead set now. We should be fine coming out now. There should be no one really like holding us up. Yeah, that's it. That's just Hermie Sadler right there. We're gonna clear pit entry and pit exit. Perfect. Well, we might have a little bit of a hard time getting out with Kurt Busch just being in front of us now, but it should be fine. All right, that was pretty good. We're in P5 right now. I'm not sure who else has stayed out, per se. I'm going to go take a look at that and just, woohoo. A little bit of loosey-goosey on the cold tires there. So we have Keller, Hank Parker Jr., Mayfield, both the Penske cars, and Glenn Allen Jr. have yet decided to come on now. Why? Keller is staying out for God knows what reason. Very interesting to see what he's going to do. All right, there goes those two. So that's 2 spots there. We're still waiting for Hank Parker and Keller. Keller is just, he's hoping for a home run ball or something. He's hoping for a caution to come out. That way, he'll be the only car on the lead lap, and that would not be good. That would not be good for our little race plan that we have here, because I don't think we're going to be able to unlap ourselves in time. We would have to hope for another caution, which, of course, we're not going to be Carson Hocevaring it by causing a caution on purpose. We're not doing that. Right, so we're just gonna wait for them to come on in and go from there. Keller finally probably going to come down to finally surrender to the lead and the pit cycle. He's probably gonna lose a lot of time. I'm not sure where he's going to cycle out, but we're gonna unlap ourselves here and wait for him to come out of the pits to see where he cycles out. So that means Hank Parker Jr. is going to be leading this race right about now, depending on if he's actually going to finally come on into pits or not. Let's see. Is this a little bubble there? Yeah, it looks like it is. So we're gonna take the lead here. It won't even be close between him and us and Keller. Keller's coming out now, so we're gonna be back at P1, and it wouldn't even be close. We got Adam Petty and Jeff Burton right in front of us as well. We're probably going to put him either yet another lap down or what. We're going to go check the leaderboard here in just a second here. See where he's at. He might be further up than we think he might be. Let's see. All right, let's try it now. Yeah, Keller's down to 5th as of now. No, actually he's only 15th. Okay, so he's only 1 lap down. So that means Greg Biffle's in 14th then. So Burton may not be losing as many points as we thought he would be. So we're hoping to lead the most laps as well. We're probably going to, because I don't think we're going to be able to lose this lead anytime soon either. I was just looking at the leaderboard just now. We're actually lapping 10th place. And those guys are 9th, 8th, and 7th, respectively. Tony Raines is having a race of his life right now. And at Galaxy Motorsports, he is second to last in points for the last time I remember it. His last place in points, I think, is Justin Labonte in the 16. That's unfortunate news there. But he's about to get passed from the top 5. No, he's not in the top 5. He was about to get passed, like, I think, twice. Unfortunately, we're actually kind of, like, having the announcer's jinx with him right now because we're going to railroad him with not Robert Presley. I already made a mistake once. Tim Fita won the 77. We're going to give Steve Park a bit of a bump here and tell him, like, hey, out of my way, son. But of course, we just got through the nice lap, and we're just going to hopefully try to get, I guess at this point, lap the field. I don't know. Jesus, that's just how powerful shifting down is here in this track. 2/10 faster than and with, like, not even fresh tires. This is not even fresh tires. That's just how powerful, like, the higher RPMs it is. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Most cars have, like, most of your power anyway towards the higher RPMs. But we're actually going to be lapping Jimmy Johnson here, who's one of the main threats for the title anyway for this season. We're gonna put him a lap down, that number 66 Haas Carter machine. We're just trying to find Keller at this point. I think I barely see that white Square D Chevrolet up there and try to start lapping the top 5 here. I don't know if we're going to be able to lap all the way back up to, like, Jeff Green or Kevin Harvick that's running 2nd and 3rd respectively right now, but I think we can at least lap the top 5. This is just crazy. Less than 20 laps to go. We actually did end up catching Keller and Jeff Gordon for 5th and 4th respectively. Yeah, our tires are starting to wear out, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I don't think it does. Keller is going to try to do something. Oh, there's a lot of traffic up here after all. I didn't realize there was that much traffic right here in this little central here that we have. But we got we're going to have Keller right in front of us. We're going to put him alongside. Make a daring dive bomb on Santerre, even providing a little bit of contact as well. Giving a bit of a doorway for Jeff Gordon, actually. We're actually helping out Jeff Gordon here throughout this whole mess. Harvick is still trying to make work with Green, that's up now in 2nd place. We're definitely lapping the field. There's no question about it. It's like we're an unstoppable force. I don't at this track specifically. It's always this track specifically where we can just. It doesn't seem to matter like what type of rule set we put on here. We're just always gonna have a great time here. I really don't know what else to handicap myself for this track really, because it's just so. It's normal, unfortunately, Richmond cases. I'm gonna have to figure out something for this track at the next time, for sure. We're not running the same rules package for this race anyway. But I guess we'll try to make this thing official. Oh, Green stuck on the outside. Interesting. Maybe Harvick might be able to take the 2nd spot away here for him. This is the battle for 2nd that's up in front of us. We're gonna keep, of course, dive down to the inside of Harvick. Try to go 3-wide maneuver. No, don't want to make it too argy-bargy there. Oh, man. We kind of just paved the way for Jeff Green there to take the inside, and he does. Harvick might be the one being screwed over out of all this. And now he's stuck on the outside lines. We really just helped out Jeff Green all the much there in that number 4 machine. But we're going to try to make this thing official here at the end of this corner that we have lapped the entire field. Waiting for it. Wait, nope, can't hear yet. Our rear tires are starting to give up because of all me just shifting down. And of course, the wedge adjustment kind of made this thing a lot looser than it should be. And we have officially lapped the field. There is no question that we are the undisputed king of Richmond International Raceway. Well, we have a little bit of an unfortunate circumstances there. Lyndon Amick, right as I was about to cut away from the camera for a moment. We almost had a caution right then and there. It wouldn't have mattered that much anyway. We would have fresh tires and everyone else would be on the lap down, so it doesn't really matter. It wouldn't have not mattered in the slightest there, but that really kind of just held up some of the people that are just there. That kind of brought some people closer together. Lyndon Amick's unfortunate season just continues with that National Guard number 60 for Joe Bessie Racing, that power team racing that's there. We're just gone, dude. 10 laps, and it's essentially over. As you can see, the poor smoking number 60, Lyndon Amick, once again, he missed pit road, so he's got to do another round around this place. Oh, it just feels so much worse, doesn't it? Yeah, we just got the confirmation that we have led the most laps. Jeff Green cannot take it any longer. He led, I think, about 30-some laps, but I think at this point, this is our 40th-some lap, I would say. We've been out here for a pretty long time. We see Johnny Benson probably gonna lose another spot here to Tony Stewart. Maybe not let that happen. Give a little bit of a mess up there for Tony Stewart there. Might even play with him a little bit, because why not? Let's troll him a little bit, since him and Jeff Burton are essentially the point leaders of the season. We're gonna try to pull away now, and we got about 5 laps to go. So, is there really any more stuff for me to show you? All right, we got the white flag out this time. We just put Jeff Burton, I think, another lap down, I want to say, at this point. Tony Raines is trying to hold off Jeff, as well as was trying to make a pass as well. I think Adam Petty's going to try to make another pass, try to put Jeff Burton another position down the order. But nope, it's just going to be just us today that wins, who just completely destroys Richmond Raceway yet again. 4th win of the season. We got to figure out something for this track, because this is just absurd. We're the king of Richmond, and it's not even close. Forget the all-time greats of this track. It's just us. It's just us. Richmond is just, we own the property of Richmond, Virginia. That's it. That's all there is to it. We just own this place. Sign the deed over to me, and that's it. I got a little parking over here. Yeah.
A rare caution-free race.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The 56 car took excellent care of his race car.
Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere.
Well, it was a great night of racing, and until the next time, this is MRN Radio and EA Sports. Good night.
Yep, I'll just sign a deed right here. Property of Nicholas Gunther for Richmond Raceway. Yep. I officially own this track now. Yep. Whoever the previous owner is, you can get kicked to the curb. It's my place now. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Well, it makes you think that we are doing something illegal, but we're doing it completely in the rules of the challenge. So that's the annoying part. So there has to be a Richmond clause somewhere. Yes, yeah, Nick, you can take the win. I am taking the win, but I don't wanna. We didn't even win. We just completely eviscerated the track. For everyone else, it was in the hall of the Mountain King or in the hall of the Richmond King that's playing in the background. But it was more and more cars for us that we kept passing. For us, we sing for the 4th time this season. We get to sing "Ode to Joy" as we got. Oh, Jason Keller ended up getting 3rd. Harvick got knocked back to 5th out of all that. Jeff Gordon managed to steal 4th. Johnson ended up finishing 6th, so obviously Green, Keller, and Johnson are going to have an easier time through the points anyway. Ken's at 7th. Earnhardt Jr. finishes in 8th. Tim Feedwell with a really respectable 9th, and Steve Park, your top 10. As we take a look through the rest of the field here, Stewart finishes at 18th, and Jeff Burton finishes in 13th, so we're really not going to gain much points on those guys. And we're going to definitely move through the field, of course, as well, so that's all there is to it for that. Yes. Now, the All-Star race. This is where we're going to try to earn our money. We really need to win this one. I'm probably going to make the All-Star its own separate video. That's pretty much what we're going to do with that. Just like we did with the previous seasons, anyway. We jumped a big ton. We're now in 6th in the points. We went from 11th to 6th in a matter of an instant. Meanwhile, we're still trying to gain on these 5. As Jeff Green is your new point leader, followed by Keller, who's 18 back. Jeff Burton's 32 back. Johnson's 35 back, and Stewart's 52 back. So we got a little bit of ways still to go in order for us to actually get back in this thing. So yeah, we gained a bit there. That's awesome. So the next episode, we're going to try to earn some money. It's also a bit of a field day for us to figure out what is going to be our equipment that we're going to use for the Coke 600 as well, since that's going to be a Jackpot 5 race pretty soon. Yeah, we need to make sure we finish at least the top 5 for that track, though, too. Anyway, guys, if you liked the episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you with the next one at, well, the All-Star race at Charlotte. See you guys then.